throughout the day. And today, of course, is polling day in the crucial by-election caused by the death of the sitting Labour member, where the Labour government is obviously looking for a positive indication of its standing in the country. Radio Manchester will be covering events in Lely throughout the day and will hope to bring you interviews and reports direct from the town hall as the by-election reaches its climax round about midnight tonight. Labour candidate William Brand is quoted as saying,
Got you the tape?
No great talk.
Give us a kiss then.
It's yours? You should be dressed.
Look.
Oh, Christ. Jane! Hurry up! Come.
Hi, chicken.
Hello. Where's my brown skirt?
No idea. Look, hurry up, we're late.
What's this? It's mine from my mini printer.
Jane!
It's not fair. He's always getting things bought.
Look, don't start, for God's sake. It's 8:30.
Well, it isn't.
Got your glasses? Okay, in the car. Get your sister. Okay?
Fine.
Listen, Mim. I know I've no right to ask, but it would help if you could put in an appearance later on.
I didn't marry you to put in appearances.
Glad to know I can count on your support, Mrs. Brown.
Where the bloody hell is he? Look at the time. Lecturers, Albert, I ask you. They don't know their bloody bone. Oh, Christ. Who's got a blue suit on?
Morning.
Are you sure? It's the day, you know.
You said 9:30, Alf. I'm early.
I said 9:30 at the latest. You don't listen.
That's what makes me such a good candidate.
You know Albert Stead, Northwest region.
Nice to see you again.
Hello, Albert.
Albert's gonna look after the nerve centre here when we hit the road.
Good.
Right, let's make a start. I'm gonna keep this bugger right. All we've got to do is to let this sodding lot know.
Well, we've got a couple of opinion polls behind us.
In spite of which we will win, brother. In spite of everything. That seat is not a Tory seat. Don't worry about rain. It'll stop. Nobody votes in the morning. Not our lot, any road. Cigars.
Do they bother you?
It's not me, sonny. I don't give a toss. When can we expect the wife?
I don't know, she's a bit tied up at the hospital.
You are? I hope you're joking. Look, this isn't a bloody game we're playing.
I know that, all right.
Like hell it is. I don't care if you have to push her around in a wheelchair. Our workers expect a wife, and by Christ, they're going to get one. All right. Morning, ladies. Hard at it, are we? That's the stuff. I've just brought... Oh, come in. I've just brought your next Member of Parliament round to see you, Mr. Brand.
Oh, that's nice.
He wanted to thank you personally for all the work you've done for him during the campaign.
No, we're at party, Mr. Jowett. I've done it all my life and I don't want thanking.
I would like to say a word, though, if that's all right.
Well, of course it is, lad. Sit yourself down, have a cup of tea and a sandwich. It'll be a long day, this one.
Oh, we can't.
Thank you.
Stop, Mrs. Wright.
Can I just say how much I appreciate what you're doing for the party, and I really do hope that when I'm elected, I'll not let you down.
Very nice. Nice, Elsie.
Oh, very nice.
Good. Right, now any problems?
Well, I know you've shown me before, Mr. Jowett, but I can't seem to get the hang of these slips.
Not from Lely, are you, Mr. Brand?
Manchester. It's just down the road. I work here, though. At the Tech.
Oh, really? Our Mildred's daughter works there. Cleaner. Will your wife be coming?
Yes, I think so. She's a medical social worker in a hospital. It's, quite a job getting away.
All right, Miss Atherton. You'll get the hang of it. Well, there we are, ladies. I'll probably be back later when it's busier. And thank you again. All right.
Goodbye.
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 You'd still drag me around if I was dead, wouldn't you?
Bill Brand, reminding you to vote Labour. Vote Brand. Vote for a better future. By voting Labour today, you have a chance to show the country that you support the present Labour government in its effort to build...
No, thanks, love. Really.
Tea, Terry.
George, you promised a van for midday and it's half one and there's no van here. Good. We're counting on you, George. Okay. How'd it go?
Fine. Fair bit of interest around the centre.
I promised to have transport from Manchester and Liverpool, but a bit of fog on the motorway and we're buggered, so see if you can get any of your lecturer friends to chip in this evening. It's important.
All right. What next?
Oh. You'd better go over to the Nelson and get some lunch. Take your time. There's naught left for you to do around here and you'll only be in the way.
Whatever you say, Herr Commandant.
Oh, hang on. Where is it? There's even time for a quick visit to the barber's if the fancy took you.
I'll see what I can do about cars.
Don't stray from the Nelson, right? I want to know where you are. Hey, don't suppose there's any word on Mrs. Brand, is there?
No word.
Right, who's next?
We're going to win, though, are we?
No danger.
Great.
Bill! Want a bit of Mary? You?
No, I won't have one.
Well, I've got to be back for 2 o'clock in any case. Well, all right, Bill. Hello, Albert.
Andrew?
Bearing up. Beats working, eh? There's a pint coming up.
Thanks, Frank. Do you want to know the truth? I'm glassy-eyed with boredom.
Yeah, there'll be more than enough for you to do before this day's out, brother.
No, I didn't mean that. Us, England, we've perfected the process of ruthlessly reducing what we do to its fundamentally trivial elements. You'd think an election could be about something more significant than the price of sugar, or the availability of George Hudson's van in North Ward, wouldn't you?
He talks well on this subject. I've had it for 20 meetings from him with the WEA.
All right, then. All right, I'll shut up. You want a pint?
No, I'm going. See you tonight. You're going to be all right. When you settle down...
That's a good chairman.
Ah, he's a good sort, is Frank. Well, I better be going myself. Unfortunately, there's no shortage of work for the likes of me.
Will you have another, Albert?
I won't if you don't mind. 2's my limit at lunchtime. You'll not have got round to your prostate yet, but you will. You know, there was a time when I thought of trying. Just after war, you know. I never did. Hope you make it, lad.
Thanks.
Well, it's the candidate himself. How's the seduction of social democracy grabbing you, Bill?
I swear he's put weight on.
Piss off, Drew. How's liberal studies then, Martin? Missing me?
Liberal studies is what it's always been. The opium of the working classes. You want to watch yourself, you know. If you're not careful, you'll get in.
Yeah, then it's hail and farewell. Hail Parliament and farewell politics. What's it going to be, Privy Councillor? Large gin. Mary?
I'm parting Wellington Street. Any chance of a word?
He always was a bit of an infiltrationist, weren't you, Bill? Chairman of the College Council, member of the Labour Party. I bet you were a prefect, weren't you, Bill?
What you and the Fourth International will never forgive me for, Martin, is not having all the answers. I do know how unreliable that makes me. Cheers, comrades.
Very good at the parting thrusties, Bill.
What time are you back?
2:15. What did you want?
Nothing special. I'm going out of my skull.
You made the bed, comrade.
Yeah, right. Fine. Forget it.
Soon be over.
Yeah. Do you have to go back now? I'm free till 4.
Yeah, I do. I've got 2 supplementary benefit tribunals tomorrow and a mountain of forms to process. I suppose you have other things tonight.
I don't know. I'll call you.
I should be in around 9 or so. Okay.
I'll come if I can. Eyeshadow.
Nights without sleep.
Still here then?
Hey there, kid.
I thought you were getting your own place.
What are you doing here?
Just thought I'd call, filling in time.
Did my mum get you?
No, been out all day.
No, she was trying. She rang here. Brought my dad home from work again this morning.
What's wrong?
Well, I don't know, she didn't say. I think he's had another one of his attacks.
You should never have gone back. I best get up there.
Well, it doesn't sound so bad. We can never tell with my ma. Well, I can see you up there later when I've finished here.
I'll probably have to push, Ed. Ed? Ed?
Hey, it's today, isn't it? Hey, I've forgotten all about it.
If we're stuck for transport, how are you fixed for a couple of hours this evening?
Oh, no, it's hopeless tonight, Bill. Well, we're playing top of league at snooker, Conservative Club.
OK. See ya.
Aye.
I'll ring if you needed it, me Mars.
Oh, I left some shirts up there. Get her to show them to you.
Right.
Smash in.
Go easy.
Aye. Hey. Big day.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank God you've come, son. I've been out to that box a dozen times to call you. Come in. Come in.
Saw our kid in town. How is he? Hey. You look tired.
There's naught wrong with me. I brought your father home again. 10 o'clock.
Yeah, Eddie said. What's the doctor say?
Oh, the usual. You know him. I'll sit you down. I'll make some tea.
I'll slip up and have a look at him, if that's all right.
I'll see if he's awake. He's awake. The doctor gave him something. I'll make a pot. Ask him if he wants a mug. I don't think he will.
It's a bugger, isn't it? First week back.
How'd you feel?
Not so good, son.
He should never have signed you off.
No, it's not his fault. I thought I were fit. Bloody hell. I'll be all right. Bit of rest. Jenkins doesn't seem bothered.
I'll pop down to the surgery if I get the chance. Have a word with him. Anything you want, Dad?
I want to get back to work. I want to draw that pension I've been slaving for these 50 years.
You'll have your pension. Just don't rush it. Get your bowls out. Enjoy the summer.
Will you win, Bill? Today, ain't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I've got a chance, they seem to think.
You were never like us. even as a little lad. Always had your head in a book somewhere. I never told you. I used to worry about you. How you'd end up. All that learning. There's pain in itching when you cannot scratch. Do something good, won't you?
Yeah. I'll fetch the kids over Saturday if you're feeling up to it. Ma's got some tea on.
No, thanks.
How did he seem, Billy?
Oh, he's sharp enough. I'll speak to the doctor.
Oh, I'd be glad if you would.
Have you got the number?
Yes.
Ta.
Here's your tea. Have a sandwich. The salmon.
Hey, look, I can't stop, Ma. I've got to get back to Lily.
So help me God, it's today. I'd forgotten all about it. I wouldn't have bothered if I'd known.
I'm free most of the afternoon, but it'll pick up from now on.
You don't look excited. But then you never did. Always hid what you were feeling. Have one. I made them for you.
Thanks.
How's Miriam and the children?
Oh, they're fine. She's back to work now.
Till the next one. I've got a bet on this, I think. No, it's the 4:15. I shall have to do something if your dad's going to be ill again. I can't take any more time off work. They just won't keep it open.
Maybe they'll take you half time.
I shall have to do something.
Ed said he'd try and call again after work.
He comes to see if I've got any money for him selling his foreigners. I've got a room packed with his stuff up there. If a policeman were to come here, I don't like to think...
What would a policeman be doing here? You've never had a policeman in your house in your life.
I'm saying if. I have, anyway. Cemetery Road during the war. I set the chimney on fire during a blackout and a policeman came and helped me put it out. Your dad was on nights. You wouldn't remember. You were in a cot in the Morrison shelter.
Well, if there's another war, I'll help you get shut of them.
Another cup.
No, I better get off.
You made all your plans then?
What for?
You know, if you go down to London. I suppose Miriam will want to be with you and the children.
No, not really. We're selling the house anyway, as it happens.
You never said.
Miriam's not very keen on it. It's the area more than anything.
Northernton? It's lovely. I'd swap it any day.
Anyway, I suppose we'll just let things happen.
They will, son. They always do.
Look, I've got to go, Mark. Thanks for the tea. I'll talk to Jenkins.
Thanks, Bill. Take care.
You have the reputation of being some way to the left of centre in the Labour Party, Mr. Brandt. How would you describe your politics?
Couldn't you ask me something easier? How I'd describe my face or something? I'm a socialist, of the sort that Bernard Levin and his trail-blazing plaque would describe as reactionary. I actually believe in public ownership of the means of production, distribution and exchange. I actually believe in workers' control over work, community control over the environment. I actually believe that the real wealth of any society is its people, all of them, not just the well-off, the educated, and the crafty, which I suppose makes me a Democrat too.
Have you found much evidence that the electors of Lely see your fundamental approach to politics of relevance to their everyday cares and worries? I'm thinking particularly of inflation, food prices, the cost of living.
Some. But elections, and particularly by-elections, critical to the government of the day, have more to do with the mobilization of support than with the education of the electorate. There is a difference.
Is that an admission, then, that you found yourself having to tone down your left-wing views to make them more palatable?
Those weren't the terms on which I accepted the party's nomination, and they're not the terms on which I'll take my seat in the House of Commons as MP for the Lely constituency.
Do you think you'll win, then?
Oh, the votes are there. It's our job to get them out, which has meant organising a bit of transport from outside the constituency. And did you ever hear of the Conservatives being short of cars at an election? Different class of people. I still think we'll win.
I've asked the Liberal and Conservative candidates, I must ask you. I won't use it if you aren't, but assuming you are returned. What, if anything, do you expect to be able to do for the people of Lely, given that Parliament is now dominated by the government of the day and the opposition front bench, and given that the individual backbencher is treated more and more as lobby fodder by the party whips? Can you honestly put your hand on your heart and say, I can do this or this for the people of Lely, whatever it is?
Listen, I thought very carefully before I decided to seek selection. I was doing a good job teaching liberal studies at the local tech. I wouldn't be here now if I didn't think I could do something better as an MP. I would find it very hard to think of myself as fodder.
I'm sorry. Mr. Jart said I'd find you here.
Come in, come in. I think we've just about finished. This is my wife, Miriam.
Oh, marvellous. Do you think I might have a few words? Ooh, 5 minutes, no more, I promise. Something from my Manchester Women's programme goes out tomorrow.
All right, it's up to you.
Great. Well, here we'll do if we shut that door.
Mr. Jart seemed keen to have a word with you.
Yeah? Will you excuse us a moment? Thanks.
Mother's got the children. They'll stay the night.
You look good. You Sue?
No. Go and do your work while I tell the world what a wonderful person you are.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Finish the interview. Good. Frank. I've just been doing some reckoning. I think we're a nose in it, but it's too bloody close.
No, we're an hour behind in Northwood. That's 80, maybe 100 votes up the spout by 10.
Local transport won't be here. Just fog in April. I ask you, Bloodygate pile up on the M62. Right. I've a promise of 4 cars at 9 from the AEUW, but I'd like to get cracking up there right away. I can't go obviously. Frank, how about you?
All right by me, if you can cover the table.
Don't worry about that. Albert, can you find somebody reliable on your table who could handle a couple of streets in my van?
I'll see how that's...
What about me?
No, you're wanted at Town Hall directly. Have the TV people been in touch?
Sod them, Alf.
Bloody Alf.
Give me the streets.
Thanks.
I'll do it. Look, that's what it's about, isn't it?
Doesn't look too good. Candidate on the knocker on the day, Bill.
So I'll wear a false nose.
Oh, the executive would have something to say.
They'll have something to say if we lose, Frank. Look, I'm not arguing, I'm going. All right?
Right. I'll sort out the division. You're going to be one long problem, aren't you?
How does it really stand up?
Well, according to the collective wisdom of the Mikado cards, we're in the lead. Just. Mind you, I wouldn't care to lay more than 50p on it, nevertheless. Did you see the wife?
Yes.
Give me 5 minutes. Well, check with you.
Has she gone? I'm going on the knocker. Do you want to come?
Trouble?
Can't say. Jowett says not, but he'd say that if there'd been a Tory landslide till 10 o'clock anyway. Do you want to come?
All right.
What do you want?
Labour Party, Mrs. Watson. I've come to take you down to the poll.
Can't come now, it's my favourite programme. They said they'd come this morning, they said.
It won't take a minute, Mrs. Watson.
Will you bring me back then?
Certainly.
I'll get me coat. Will I have to bring anything?
You'll need your voting card.
Is this it? I'm not so good without my glasses.
Yes, that's it.
Keys. Right then.
Be careful, though, before you run. There you go.
Oh, there'll be another election before that's working. 2.5 months has been out of order. It's the kids, you know, they're playing it. They've nowhere else. Oh, what about Gladys? We must call for Gladys. She'd never forgive me if I won't be out her.
Gladys?
Yes, here.
I don't seem to have Gladys down, Mrs. Watson. Do you happen to know if she's Labour?
I've no idea. I wouldn't dream of asking her. It's a secret ballot, you know. Now, hello, Gladys. This young man's just come to take us to the vote. Get your coat on, we'll have a nice little ride in his car.
I'm expecting that from man any minute, Martha. Don't really want to miss him.
Oh, but he'll bring us back, he's promised. Come on, it'll be a nice little outing.
I'll get me coat.
I told you she'd come.
So that's number 9 and what, 10?
11.
11's not on the list.
Nevertheless,
How come?
it seems they always go together.
I suppose a vote's a vote. She is Labour, I take it.
Well, I suppose it's no more than a 3 to 1 chance.
Would Mr. William Brand
Mr. William Brand.
Ah, they're looking for you, Bill Boy. I think they've lost your deposit. Good luck, anyway.
Bernard and Angie Shaw, my wife Miriam.
Delighted to meet you.
Hello. We've met, I think. Yes, I think we have.
Come on. See you later, then.
Yeah.
You were going to invite them back.
You've got to win first, Mother. She seems nice.
Nice.
Nicer than him, anyway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention for a moment. The polls will close in 60 seconds' time. I'm hoping to have all the ballot boxes inside this building within the next 40 minutes, when the count will begin. Now, assuming a clear result, there's no reason why the announcement shouldn't be ready by midnight or a few minutes later. That calculation is based, I should add, on a no higher than a 75% turnout. So don't hold me to it. At about 11:45, I shall ask you to assist me in allocating those votes which, for one reason or other, we call in dispute. I hope we'll be able to show the same amicability and forbearance in that as we've shown in the remainder of this hard but fairly fought contest. My assistant, Mr. Petty, will show each of you in turn, between now and then, the rules and guidance manual appertaining to disputed slips. I'd be grateful if you would keep your speeches of thanks, one, non-controversial, and two, as brief as possible, so that my staff can get away to their beds with the least possible delay. I think that's all. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Drink?
I'll have a sherry.
Have a sherry, please. And a light ale.
Whiskey, please. Where the bloody hell were you? Nearly gave me a heart attack.
Short-handed, Percy. Been on the knockout.
Bloody hell. Dunkirk every day in this bloody party.
Here.
Oh, thanks.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And the votes cast in this election are as follows. Jeffrey James Arnold Anderson.
Conservative?
18,172. Catherine Wyatt Bassfield.
Liberal?
11,486. William Brand.
Labour?
20,933. And that the aforesaid William Brand is duly elected member for this constituency.
So Labour hang on to Lily with a considerably reduced majority and an anti-government swing of what seems to be around 5%.
Well, I say good night then, brother.
Good night, Albert. Thanks for everything.
I'll see you at Regent. Miner said no, did he?
Yeah.
Gonna be interesting. Well, good night, Mrs. Brand.
Good night.
Oh, well done, pair of you.
Hang on. I'll sing in a minute. Okay? I'll have a word with Jowett.
go soon.
Whenever you say.
Come in.
Thanks.
Just...
I wanted to say thanks.
We did all right.
Suppose I better get out there before the revolution breaks out in earnest.
Glad you came back. Gone to the party with the Eton Moor Brigade, the Lely elite.
There's only one party tonight, Alf.
Figure you out. Might take some time. Figure you out.
I'll shut up shop.
I just need to make one call, okay?
Help yourself.
Hi. Yeah, amazing. I'm at Adelphi Street. No. Just a bit of a do. I don't think so, love. What? Look, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Whenever you say, baby. I'm sorry, it was a perfectly harmless expression. All right. All right. Fine.
You bastard. You bastard.
I'm sorry. I didn't... Look, you've known about this.
You were with me. You asked me. You're a selfish, egotistical, uncaring swine of a man.
That's me. Fine, forget it.
Is that all you can say?
What is there to say? I've said it all. There is nothing new in the world. There is you and the children, and there is Alex. I don't like it. I wish I could handle it with a little more grace and so on. But I get no help. You're not interested in rational solutions.
Rational solutions? Oh, my God. Life isn't a series of resolutions for annual conference. I won't have those children's future composited, understand?
You're being hysterical, Mem.
I'm not, I'm being emotional. There's a difference. Now, you couldn't be expected to understand it because you long ago decided that feelings were just a bit childish, embarrassing, not rational. You make me puke. Look, don't come in. I don't want you to.
Christ, don't start that
I
again.
mean it. I mean it, Bill. I'm not prepared to compete. I think we should get a divorce.
We've been over this 100 times. 100 times, Mim. Tomorrow you'll say something different.
No. No, I won't.
Jesus Christ. You've got a magnificent sense of timing, Mrs. Brand.
I just want to survive.
Ma'am! Cheers.
Cheers.
Sorry about that stuff on the phone.
My fault. I was childish. And a bit frightened.
It'll be all right, love.
Will it?
We'll think of something.
What? Correspondence by cassette?
You could work in London.
Until yesterday, you could have worked here. God, I wouldn't mind if it was something you'd always wanted. A passion. 2 years ago, when I first met you, you called the House of Commons a club for fleas. A place where the fleas on the body politic could swap leaps and pirouettes before returning to their pelts for the serious business of sucking our democratic lifeblood. So what happened?
I changed my mind.
Ah.
I woke up one morning and examined my store of exquisitely turned metaphors and realised that I hadn't done anything in 15 years beyond add to that store. I've got to do something. Something has to be done. I've few illusions, but the illusion I'm most glad to be rid of is the one that says that we're all impotent in the face of the juggernaut system.
And you think you can really do something down there?
Yes, I think I can.
I wish you luck.
Would you marry me? If it was possible.
I'd live with you. Not marry.
An item that took our fancy in Radio Manchester's Manchester Woman series broadcast last Friday.
Mrs. Miriam Brand was asked to describe what qualities she thought her husband possessed that would make him a good politician.
He's honest, he's open, he's got roots in the community. He's never suffered from what you might call an excess of personal ambition. If there's something else, though, it's very difficult to put it into words without sounding pompous pie, you know what I mean? He's trying to be a good man.